This video is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. In today's video, we're going to be designing characters based off of 5 elements. I don't know if they're the main elements, but we're going to be designing characters off of water, fire, wood, air, and earth. Our first character is designed off of the element of water, and this was definitely my warm-up character where I was trying to decide in what direction I wanted to take these characters. Did I want to create humans? Did I want to create creatures? And as you can see, I did start off with humans. I was thinking about adding water details, like maybe their hair is made out of water, maybe they have a tail made out of water, a dress made out of water. In the end, I decided to create a creature. I just thought it would be a little more fun, a little more interesting. I draw a lot of humans and I love creating humanoid characters. So keeping this in mind, we are designing characters that aren't necessarily made out of the elements, but just are inspired by the elements, I guess. So what the sketch ended up as was this mix between a human and mermaid, I guess. I was really trying to keep in mind how these characters would interact with humans if they were to interact with humans. So going into this, a lot of the characters actually don't wear a lot of clothes, and I find that they probably wouldn't want to wear clothes. I don't think they have the same body when they're naked, but when they're with humans, I think society wants them to wear clothes. So to fit in, this character is wearing as little as possible, but also keeping it fashionable and a little related to the water. So I wanted to incorporate, and this is kind of sad, I wanted to include garbage that you would find in an ocean. And I also wanted this character to try to fit in as much as possible. So when I think of a mermaid, realistically, I don't think mermaids would have hair. I think they would definitely be bald. So one way I wanted to show this character wanting to fit in was to give themselves fake seaweed hair and also wear a hat just to cover up the fact that they don't have hair. And they have accessorized with garbage that they found in the water. So we have a weird curly cord around their ankle, some bracelets, and other things that they found floating in the water, and their shirt is actually a trendy crop top of a plastic bag. In general, I do have these characters able to, I guess, control the elements, so they are able to control the water around them, so they can breathe on land by making bubbles of water go around their gills, I guess. Overall, this character was pretty fun to design, and that is our first elemental character. Fire is one of those characters that I really struggled with. There's a lot of cliches and a lot of tropes that you can run into with these characters, which I definitely did, but one of the things I didn't want to do was just throw some fire on someone's head and call it fire hair and call it a day, kind of like the water character. Always an option, always very fun, but I wanted to do a little bit more with these characters. So something I thought about was maybe a mermaid, but instead of a mermaid, it's a fire trail and their body just kind of burns away into the fire. I don't know how these work, but I guess that's the point, is that this is fictional and try not to think about it too hard. In the end, I went with a less creative idea, but I think this actually might be my favorite design just because it's really fun. And I think the drawing turned out really silly and fun. So we have a character that I think the fire itself is the character. And as long as the fire keeps burning, the character keeps living. So it's basically just the person or the creature is the fire. So I did want to give this character more than just this ghostly, fiery, floating body. So I thought it would be really silly if they actually wore a little bit of clothes. So this character, they have a pair of pants that is somehow fire resistant, and inside those pants they just have logs or coal or something that they burn, like where your butt would be. So in the bulk area of this pant, the character is burning, and they can basically shape-shift into whatever they want. So they have shape-shifted into this humanoid looking character. Their legs go into the pants. You can see that only one leg has a foot coming out of it. We have their head, and I did want to still accessorize and make it look, again, humanoid, but kind of cute. So I wanted to think of an actual object that wouldn't burn. So I gave the character a tin can ponytail holder sort of situation, so the fire is going through that to look like a ponytail. I think this character is super simple. The only colors are the orange and yellow of the flame, and I reused the gray from the tin can for the pants to make gray pants. The color palette's simple, the character design is really simple, but I just find this character really fun. Maybe not the most creative, but she's a cutie. So cute, I would even put it on my very own website using Squarespace. As an artist, and I assume you are because you're watching an art video, you probably need somewhere to display your art in a portfolio or gallery. Squarespace makes that very easy with not only automatic image scaling, but a variety of cute, simple, complex designs that you can choose from. Seriously, I don't know the first thing about making a website, so I needed this. I also sell my own merch using Squarespace, and the shop feature is amazing. Would recommend. Head to squarespace.com for your free trial, build your own portfolio, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/KacyGolden to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you so much to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to our character designs. Getting back into it, we have our element of wood. So right away, I just knew I wanted to create some sort of wood golem-y creature. Going into this character design, I really had not much else on my mind other than Tree Man, and also how would he interact with our fire girl? Because Woodman would instantly die. And also, would he be home to furry little creatures? I think my favorite part about our Woodman is that I put a hole in his leg and I have a little squirrel sticking out, which I think is absolutely adorable. And because this is a mythical, magical land where tree people exist, we don't have to think about how you would survive with a hole in your leg, because how is this creature even moving to begin with? Let's not think about it. I'll be honest, not the most creative design, but I think this character is just very fun and very cute. I was actually inking these on my Twitch stream, and someone mentioned that he was a himbo, so I last minute gave our tree character abs. Once again, how does a tree character gain muscle? I don't know. Does he just carve the muscle into his body? I find it funny thinking about this character constantly altering their body by just carving into it, and it'll always grow back because trees grow wider. So I guess technically this character could make themselves very tiny, but then grow into their skin by just growing more layers. This is actually not something I was thinking about, but now I'm kind of disturbed and I don't know how I feel about Tree Man now. Again, going back to the characters not wearing clothes, I didn't want to give this character a lot because I just wanted to focus on that lovely wood body of Woodman. So all I did was gave him a denim vest and put some patches on it. And there you go, there's our Woodman. How did he earn those patches? Where did he buy those patches? I don't know, but it added a little splash of color and I like them. Our fourth elemental character is by far the hardest I had designing. I actually went into this design thinking about creating this character as literally just air, creating them as wind, but I didn't want to end up with a character similar to the Invisible Man where it's just literally clothes floating there. Unlike fire, you can't really see air unless there's dust or debris in the air, and I didn't want this character to be literally made of garbage floating in the air. I did think about creating a character made out of clouds, but because clouds are made out of water, I didn't want to get those characters confused. So in the end, I decided to base our character off of something that could fly. And what I ended up with was we just have a bird girl. I think she's very cute, but I think for what I was going for, she's kind of the least creative or fun. I loved drawing her, I like her design, but she's kind of boring. She controls the wind, but she's missing a sort of spark. I'm not sure what. Things I did consider though with a wind character is that maybe she doesn't want her hair blowing around the wind so much, so she just has a very short bowl cut hair, and she did want some length, so she left some little dingles in front of her ears that are tied up so that they are a little bit heavier so they don't blow too much in the wind. To keep a bird character light to be able to fly, I didn't give her many accessories or clothes or anything to get in the way of her flying because with wings you do need your feathers. But I gave her one little bracelet on her ankle, which I think is the smallest, dumbest detail, but I think it's kind of cute. I made it spotted like an egg, so I can imagine that maybe when bird people grow up, they keep their eggshells and then create something with it. So she has created a ankle bracelet thing, so she accessorizes with it. Other than that, there she is. It's a bird girl. Okay, you thought the previous character was uninspired. Let me introduce to you Rock Golem character. This is supposed to be based off of Earth, but when I think of Earth, I think of so many different things. I think of dirt, I think of rock, I think of plants, I think of the planet in general. So I really had to think about what made Earth, and my first instinct is to go with dirt, but I just kind of felt like a dirt character was a little strange, and I feel like rock also includes Earth because Earth is a planet. It's what makes up... Wow, defining Earth is actually kind of difficult. Either way, I just wanted to design a rocky golem character that was very earthy in the sense of plants and color and personality. So we have this rock golem character just sitting there. We have mossy hair that is looking like a ponytail draped over the face, a shy, quiet character that probably doesn't do a lot of moving. So we have a bird on the finger suggesting that this character is very kind, easily approachable. Put some mushrooms on them because again, they probably don't move a lot, so there's probably a lot of plants growing on this character. Of course, I couldn't resist creating a very earthy toned character when it came to color. I did want to add a little bit of color to the stone instead of just making it grayscale. There's a little bit of purple there. The green is a very dooky green moss. You've gotta love it. But I did want some contrasting color to pop, so the mushrooms, of course, bring that red in. So this character is very earthy, but also kind of bright and colorful. I mean, I guess the character itself isn't bright and colorful, but the things around it are. And overall, this character is down to earth, if you know what I mean. That was horrible. Let's just end the video. So here are all 5 elemental characters together. Look at them, they're so cute. Can you imagine them being friends? To be honest, the only relationship I can see happening is between fire and wood. Maybe they have a love-hate relationship with each other. They just seem like they have the strongest personalities. Once again, thank you so much to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Check out the link in the description to get started making your own website. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Stay golden, bye.